Could the NBA have found its next towering sensation? Zack Edey's turning heads and shattering expectations, leaving fans wondering, did we just witness the birth of the league's next big star? Zack Edey's making waves across the NBA, and it's not just because of his imposing 7'4" frame. The rookie's delivered one standout performance after another, quickly silencing doubters and sparking conversations about his potential to be a dominant force in the league. With an exciting 120-116 triumph over the Indiana Pacers on Monday night at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Zack Edey, the 9th overall pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, carried the Memphis Grizzlies' great preseason run. Though off the bench this time, the 7'4" rookie center made waves with a fantastic performance that has fans humming ahead of the regular season. Edey maximized his time on the court as seasoned Brandon Clark received the nod to start at center. Along with shooting an amazing 10 for 15 from the court, he dropped 23 points, grabbed 9 rebounds, and snagged a steal on his outstanding stat line. Edey's already shown he fits on the big stage for a player who has yet to make his official NBA debut. Now into his 4th season with the Grizzlies, Desmond Bane also made a good performance. Matching Edey's 23 points, the guard added 2 rebounds and 2 assists, so enhancing Memphis' offensive attack. The two were too much for Indiana to handle combined. Memphis picked up their 3rd preseason victory to raise them to 3-1. Edey's presence is more than just about points and rebounds. It's about what he offers to the team's whole defensive posture. Towering 7'4", he's a defensive behemoth, more than merely a huge man. With his height and agility, he's a strong presence in the paint, where the Grizzlies failed last season, finishing 19th in defensive rating. Edey's ability to clog the lane and shot block could be just what the club needs to improve its defense this year. For the 22-year-old rookie returning to Indiana, a state where Edey's college career blossomed, was surely unique. Edey earned a 2-time National Player of the Year at Purdue, although he's from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He developed a reputation as a double-double machine in only 2 seasons with the Boilermakers, routinely ruling the boards and scoring well. Monday night, he displayed the same toughness as he delighted Purdue supporters showing up to honor their former hero. Among them was his college coach, Matt Painter, who missed no opportunity to witness his former protege thrive on the NBA floor. Edey has a chance to acclimate to the NBA's speed and physicality this season. He's already shown he can manage it. He started the first 3 preseason games and then was moved to a bench position against the Pacers. But if his performance was any guide, that action barely made a difference. Edey came off the bench looking comfortable, forceful, and most importantly, effective. Exactly what the Memphis supporters hoped to see throughout the regular season, he played with grace and confidence, taking smart shots and scrapping for rebounds. Strong performances by Edey is starting to quiet detractors of the Grizzlies' choice to choose him 9th overall. Concerned that he could struggle with the higher tempo of the NBA game or be too slow to defend smaller, faster players, some critics cited his weight as a possible obstacle. Still, the rookie's shown right now that he can adjust. His physical abilities and basketball IQ enable him to play to his strengths and make rapid readings. Edey's a savvy player who knows timing and posture, which are quite vital for success at the highest level. He's not just a large body in the paint. Indeed, they're simply preseason events. Nonetheless, there's a great distance ahead. For Memphis, though, having their rookie perform in pivotal moments and with such regularity is encouraging. Edey's performance against Indiana, particularly considering the emotional significance of playing in front of his former Purdue supporters, could provide a taste of what's to come in this season. Edey might be a game-changer for the Grizzlies if he keeps developing his skills and forging rapport with his colleagues. Under head coach Taylor Jenkins, the Grizzlies coaching staff has shown Edey great trust by allowing him meaningful playing time this preseason. That faith is being paid for, since the rookie not only meets, but is also starting to surpass expectations. Memphis' squad gains fresh dimension with his capacity to come off the bench and still generate at a high level, therefore giving them flexibility and depth in the front court. All eyes will be on Edey as Memphis gets ready for the regular season to see whether he can carry over this momentum. Although the move from college to professional basketball is not easy, so far he's making it seem flawless. The Grizzlies might have a potential star in the Canadian behemoth if he keeps developing, as his ability to dominate close to the basket and his silky shooting touch make him a special threat. Although right now, the emphasis is still on getting ready for the next season, Zack Edey's performances already provide a peek at that bright future ahead. Playing in Indiana, he's back where it all began, but now with an opportunity to shine on a far more expansive scene. Edey's demonstrated he has what it takes to affect games, whether he's starting or coming off the bench, and given his early performances, the Grizzlies have made a wise investment in their towering youngster. Zack Edey's outstanding effort against the Pacers lit social media ablaze, rather than only wowing spectators in the arena. With over 15,000 likes in just 2 hours, the highlights of the rookie center became viral within hours. Timelines filled with his commanding movements, strong rebounds, and clutch points spurred debates within the NBA community. This degree of attention says volumes about a player still to make his regular season debut's potential impact on the league. Both fans and experts praised Edey right away. Some even boldly said he was a top Rookie of the Year contender. For a guy who many considered a gamble during the draft, this type of reception was unexpected and fulfilling. Edey's presence on the floor is obviously creating ripples already, and his preseason performance has compelled even the most dubious critics to change their first impressions of him. Fascinatingly, Edey's great performance versus the Pacers also generated some debate. Using his performance, some supporters attack Indiana's starting center, Miles Turner, calling his defensive skills poor. Observing the 7'4" rookie roll the paint, several supporters claimed Turner was outmatched, citing Edey's simplicity in scoring as evidence of Indiana's defensive shortcomings. These remarks went beyond the casual fan conversation. Even sports analysts started to join in, pointing out how Edey took advantage of the Pacers' defensive weaknesses. There were other remarks floating around, not only the jokes about Turner's hardships. Some supporters went as far as to assert that Edey's college internal defense was more difficult than what he had found in the NBA. Although that may be hyperbole, it does show how naturally Edey's adapted for professional performance. There's usually a steep learning curve moving from college basketball to the NBA, but Edey's making it look easy, often displaying the same power, control, and quickness that made him a success at Purdue. Edey wasn't always regarded as a definitive NBA success, even with his outstanding performance. Actually, he was under major fire both before and right after the draft. Many experts questioned whether his 7'4" physique would fit the modern NBA, where agility, speed, and adaptability sometimes takes precedence over pure size. Critics contended that although he was a defensive end asset, his height may turn into a liability against faster, smaller players. Others speculated that he could have trouble defending guards and forwards on switches, thereby questioning if he could cope with the greater tempo of the game. Critics also questioned Edey's ability to apply his will in the same manner against NBA-caliber players, since they felt his physical domination over lesser collegiate players accounted for his success at Purdue. Many questioned Memphis' choice to choose him 9th overall since they considered it a high-risk action, with a very uncertain payoff. Edey was simply another large man who might not have the flexibility to succeed in the NBA, in a league that's progressively turning away from conventional post play, according to some detractors. But Edey's been slowly demolishing such misgivings with every preseason game. Against the Pacers, he proved precisely why Memphis gambled on him. He not only held his own in the paint, but also showed a soft touch around the rim and a good game sense, which would enable wise, forceful plays. His 10 for 15 shooting was a reflection of his technique, posture, and knowledge of how to take advantage of defenses, not only a monument of his stature. Edey's performance was about smart basketball, not only about physical force. This is what detractors missed. Furthermore, he radiated unquestionable confidence while playing at Indiana, a venue where he established himself as a college star. Edey flourished in the limelight and did not shield away from it. He showed he could do it all, whether it was snatching offensive rebounds, finishing strong at the rim, or playing great defense. Good players from great ones differ in their ability to remain under duress. Edey's cool, collected approach points to his readiness to have an instant influence in the NBA. His performance also made it abundantly evident to those who question his defensive capacity. Although Turner's performance on the Pacers may have attracted some criticism, it also highlighted Edey's defensive abilities. Though he's not yet a seasoned shot blocker, his sheer weight and ability to change shots will be a great advantage. Critics who expected he would fight against NBA offenses are beginning to understand he's capable of anchoring a defense, closing off the paint, and pushing the opponent's strategy to change. Though Edey's definitely building a case for himself, it's still too soon to name him Rookie of the Year. He's standing out, not merely showing up. Based on his preseason performance, Zack Edey might become a major contributor for the Memphis Grizzlies this season, providing not only size, but also a consistent scorer, a strong defender, and a guy who can alter the course of a game the instant he sets foot on the court. Zack Edey's rise has been nothing short of electrifying, but the real question is, can he maintain this momentum as the regular season kicks off? With fans and analysts already buzzing, one thing's clear. Edey's here to make a mark, and it's going to be thrilling to watch. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning of Zack Edey's NBA journey.